Good morning, everybody. February 28th, 2018, 6:33 a.m. And this is basically a continuation from yesterday's video. We are talking about the severe weather going on Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, northern Alabama, especially Tennessee right now is getting slammed with thunderstorms near Nashville, moving west to east. That will eventually affect Knoxville, and then it will be moving into the western areas of North Carolina. That will be also southeast Kentucky, and then up through the West Virginia area as we get this push of moisture and storms all the way up the Ohio River Valley, causing more flooding, rivers capping, creeks rushing, all sorts of stuff like that. We are also having a winter storm warning as we speak in northern areas of New York. And that would also include northern Vermont, New Hampshire, and possibly up into areas of Maine. Now, these are also the same areas that are going to get slammed with a nor'easter this weekend. Areas like Nantucket here in Massachusetts, that's the area that got those 90-mile-an-hour gusts from Winter Storm Grayson. We may be looking at something very similar to that, but that also includes a lot more of the coast. We're talking that exposed area of Connecticut. Right here, we're talking Rhode Island, and then as we move south, we have all of Long Island within this windstorm, the coastal areas of New Jersey, down into Delaware and Maryland. So this thing is going to be swooping around like crazy this weekend. The whole Northeast will be saturated in rain, but at the same time, the northern areas of New York and, like I said, Vermont, New Hampshire, could be dealing with snow with this because of how cold it's going to be as we get this dip in the jet stream. We currently have snow going on in the Great Lakes region. These are current temperatures for right now, so we're going to look at our chart. Now here we go with the winter storm. This is northern New York. This is to the east of the Great Lakes too, areas of Buffalo, Watertown, so on and so forth. So these are current winter storm warnings as this storm moves over the top of Canada and the Great Lakes. This is possibly even affecting areas of northern Michigan and even in Green Bay right now with snow. And then there's more snow coming as this moisture system, this is all flood watch area today. As this swoops up, we have another system swooping down, and that's causing our big nor'easter situation that we are going to have all weekend long in the Northeast. But for severe weather, this is what we're dealing with right now. Flash flood warnings. These states are all involved in this flash flood warning. This is Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and Kentucky. So you see this area in the yellow here. This is where the strongest winds are going to be developing today. Again, the very strong storms right now are moving through Nashville west to east, but this is a second round that's going to start through today. It's going to begin in Texas. It's going to move along past Dallas. Little Rock is involved in this. We're talking Shreveport, Louisiana, Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Missouri, and Birmingham, Alabama. Sorry about that. So all these areas in the yellow, this is also where our tornado warnings are going to be. Now this is going to extend. I'm going to show you on Ventu Sky how this extends out and begins to bleed into this area. So these areas are all going to be under high wind advisory, high thunderstorm advisories, and I'm going to show you why. Here we go right here. You could see this is the high area of moisture that we're expecting to have in the beginning of the day. It's going to start off basically right now. This is what we're dealing with. This is the system that is moving across Nashville, which is getting slammed with storms right now. This is going to move west to east, but then we have this. I want you to look at the beginning of Texas by Dallas, and then that wraps around. That's going to be the important part come the 1st, which is tomorrow. So that strip of storms is going to be here all day today. It's going to be here all day tomorrow, and that's also why we have the warnings going on in New York for that winter storm. You can see part of it right here. As I back up right now, you can see that blue doesn't really cover New York, but yet they are under the warning in case that gets dipped down. But again, we have a nor'easter we are going to be dealing with. Look how these two lows begin to separate. Low pressure moving up over the Great Lakes. And then we have that separate low pressure out in the Atlantic Ocean. They begin to interact with each other. Classic nor'easter situation. That's what's going to bring the snow into areas of Michigan, Wisconsin first, and then it's going to move into New York. So this is a pretty interesting nor'easter. It's half like tropical-ish and then half snow. So there's going to be a lot of rain, A lot of slushy areas with these bands that you have here between the blue and the green. But then they're really sticking out areas of the coast. Like I said, Nantucket, severe wind. We're talking 60, 70 mile an hour gusts around Nantucket. That's also going to include the extended areas of Long Island. Anything that sticks out into the ocean, the farther you are out into the water, the more at risk you are for this wind, at least over the next 2-3 days. Here is that pulled up shot we did yesterday. Still, not much has changed as far as where this wind is going to be. You can see the spin begin there, and then boom, Nantucket is totally covered in purple. Connecticut is covered in that purple area, and then we will be able to swoop this down as we move farther into the frames into Long Island. And then there you go, guys. We're even talking as south as the Chesapeake Bay and then even inland. So this entire thing, the entire Northeast, is going to be at risk for high winds, a lot of rain, and it's going to be very quick. This is happening between now and the 3rd. You can see March 3rd, this thing's already pulling off the coast. So as of right now, the meat of this thing is going to be March 2nd, or beginning today into March 2nd. And then the middle of the day, March 3rd, and then into the night, March 3rd, that will be when this thing begins to pull off. You can see by the 4th, those outer bands are just leaving the areas of Massachusetts, Nantucket, areas like that. And then we have yet another system that's beginning to form in the west that we're going to be talking about eventually in the next couple days, which may bring yet more snow to the northeast. Awesome, right? Gotta love it. Here are our accumulations over the next couple days. Now, here is today. Now, I want you to watch this area once again. This is why the Ohio River Valley is at such risk for this flooding today. And then you're going to see that build up into the northeast as we get into the 3rd and 4th with the Noreaster. Now, look at these stretch of storms. Again, severe thunderstorms warnings are going on right now for Dallas, Texas, that's Shreveport, Louisiana, Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Missouri, and then Birmingham, Alabama. And that is only going to extend, like I said, into areas of North Carolina. We're talking Virginia, West Virginia, and that might be even into South Ohio. So we just don't know yet, but that tornado threat is going to be in the same areas that we've been speaking about for almost a week now. So we need to keep an eye on those areas and understand that these tornadoes with a shear wind moving west to east and then an upflow from the Gulf of that warm air that's driving this moisture up to the northeast, that's where we get the spin of tornadoes, where those winds meet in the a little higher altitudes of the sky, and then we get our funnel clouds, and then we have tornadoes, guys. So you got to be on your toes for this. You got to keep your local weather on. All that stuff that I talk about all the time is very, very important. The high winds as far as today goes with these storms, where we're talking Waco, Texas, Dallas, Texas, again, Shreveport, Louisiana. We got Texarkana, Arkansas, and then Little Rock, Arkansas are very involved in this. Now let me move forward in the days here. Look at that. Just between the 28th and the 1st, we're talking almost 6 inches of rain. Hello. As we move into the 2nd, again, that's when the rain moves out of this area. We should get a break. There's some areas that are 7-8 inches of rain as you move into Nashville, Tennessee, and then South Kentucky. Just check this out, guys, right in front of your own eyes. 6, 7, some places 8 inches of rain, and then we get the beginning of that nor'easter. You can see it spinning off the coast here. By the 3rd, we have the rain rates of up to 3 inches. A lot of this could be snow in the areas of New York. So 1 inch of snow, basically 1 foot is 1 inch of rain, rather, is 1 inch of snow. So, or 1 foot of snow. I'm sorry, guys, it's a little early. I'm trying to get this done before I get to work. Now, see these areas near Nantucket and the parts that stick out, you can see the high winds are going to be right here. If I go to the wind gust chart, you can see how those winds are in the dark colors right off the coast here. And now parts of Massachusetts are actually going to help areas of Long Island. It's almost like a block, but we're talking this is over your heads, so there will be wind factors in Long Island. And again, that pull out is going to be right over Chesapeake Bay, so they're at risk as well. So you can see it right here. We're going to be dealing with a lot of crazy weather over the next couple days. We're dealing with more flooding, unfortunately. And then to end the weekend or begin the weekend, we're going to have this nor'easter that's just going to dump rain all over the Northeast for the entire weekend. Again, these are current temperatures. It's going to warm up a little bit, but you can expect it to cool down as this group of storms move from west to east up into the northeast. So once again, guys, if you're in any of these states, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, you should have your local weather on today, if not already. It's already raining in a lot of these areas. Nashville, Tennessee is about to get hit with a big system of storms, and that seems to be moving directly west to east at this point until we get that upflow that's going to push it up into the areas of Virginia, West Virginia, and then next to that we have Ohio and Indianapolis. So there you have it, guys. Pretty simple forecast today, but a lot of severe weather. Again, right here is the county-by-county chart. Flood watches in effect for all of these states. You need to be on alert for this stuff. This is flash flooding stuff already on top of saturated ground. We saw that rock slide in Ohio that's caused to the ground being saturated. Not many landslides, but you will see rock slides. There's a lot of rocky areas, a lot of rocky mountains in the northeast, so we have to be on alert for that too. Closed roads. Don't be driving into floodwaters, please. You will not make it. Anything over 6 inches could literally carry your car away. So be careful with that. And then once again, we have our winter storm warnings in most of New York as of right now. I'm not sure why none of the counties in Pennsylvania are involved in this. They probably will be later on. But that's what we have right now, guys. A lot of strong winds. I'm telling you, even in these storms alone, we could be seeing gusts of up to 70 miles an hour. Those are damaging winds. Those are almost hurricane force winds. So we have about 8 million people in this marginal area right now, about 2 million people in this area, and that's only going to expand, like we said on Vent2 Sky here. If we change this back to precipitation, if I could find it, there we go. Now you can see the accumulations. If I change it from now until then, look at this, 6 inches, 7 inches, a lot of rain, a lot. Alright guys, that's it for today. I will be back this afternoon with an update. Had to get this out quick for work. Let's show you the loop real quick. This is what we're dealing with, and you can see where this is all coming from. All stemming right over Texas here. Some of that moisture is getting pulled up from the Gulf. A lot of it is coming from the Pacific Ocean over Mexico through Texas. And this is current right here. So you can see why Nashville, Tennessee is getting that string of storms. That deep green color is a lot of moisture, and it's going to continue moving. If you continue to watch the flow of this thing, it's going to move west to east, and then eventually you're going to get pulled up into this direction. So there you have it, guys. There's our forecast for this morning. I will talk to you all this afternoon. Have a wonderful Wednesday. It is Wednesday. All right. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.